It's a big boy. Big boy. Big boy. It's hard to look like perfect on here. Oh, that's streaming too. Bring a little light in here. Some natural lighting will help. So that helps a lot. That helped big time. So now you can see me nice and bright. Maybe too bright. I am shiny. I can do that too. Go, go. Can I pop this out? Well, we are starting on time. What is going on? This is my very first live stream. Merry Christmas to everybody who was watching this or who will be watching this later. Happy New Year's. Yeah, we are doing this. Let me make sure my audio is good. Yeah, I think my audio is fine. Now, I apologize in advance if there's a bit of connection issues because I'm noticing that it's not completely green all the time, which is weird because I tested this like I think yesterday or a couple of days ago, and I had no problems on my gaming channel. I played a couple of games and didn't have any issues. So just hopefully it's not too bad. Welcome to my live stream. I have a couple of things I want to discuss. Not sure how this is going to last. This can be between 20 minutes to an hour, depends on how I go through each topic. And yeah, I have plenty to talk about. So the four things we're going to talk about this live stream are who I am, what my channel is about, um, the this year 2021 in general, and how good or bad it was for my channel, and I guess future plans for coasters and travels. So let me see. Let me check my interface here. Are we good? For the most part, we're good. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. And if you want to say something, say hello. Go right ahead. I don't mind. But the first thing we're gonna talk about is who am I? Who am I as in travels? Well, my name is Jamal. You can call me Jay. You can call me CNT. Coasters and Travel doesn't matter. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm based in South Florida, Miami to be exact. What else about me? I guess my main passions is doing this YouTube. Not really doing YouTube, but more of Coasters and Travels as a brand. I want to try to expand that as much as possible outside of this YouTube. But I like making videos. Apparently I got like what 175 videos, so I mean that's apparent that I'm here for the long run. My other passions, I like music. I love music. I used to be an arranger for my marching band way back in high school, and I play a couple of instruments, and I'm able to make a couple of songs. Another passion is food. I love to eat, and one of the things I like to do is I like to bake anything flour based, cookies, pizza dough. I got that. I'm good on that. And another thing, I guess one of the very first things I was passionate about is gaming. I am a gamer. I guess I'm going to continue to be a gamer. I currently have a gaming channel right now. Um, that I'm trying to, I guess, revitalize. I haven't been on it in a while, and I just got a couple of new toys that I can finally use for my live streams that will make the experience much better for me and the viewers. So I'll talk more about that later, but yeah, I guess that's enough about me. And as far as cultures and travels, now I guess I'll give you a little history about the channel itself. So I started this channel back in 2019, and I think it was called J Travels, and it was kind of similar to what I was doing now. But the first four videos I did it was about Iron Gwazi, Icebreaker, Vortex closing, and then I posted a Mako POV, and then that was it. I just did four videos. That was like in like September, October 2019. I did those four, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to do this YouTube stuff no more. And then 2020 happened, and my first thought was, oh no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to any trip. I'm not going to any park. None of that. All of this, because of what's going on. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. And fast forward to September of 2020, and I'm at Hershey Park. I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but here we are. I got my iPhone, and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to just record. I don't know what's going to happen, and then next thing you know, I have a completely a complete vlog of Hershey Park, and then I did some tour in Reading, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia. Got some footage for that, and then I went to Dorney Park. Got some footage for that. Then I had some stuff that I can talk about, like my top picks for Hershey Park coasters and Dorney Park coasters. So it's like, okay, I was starting to figure out what I can actually do with this channel, and I guess my the current way I'm doing it now is, or the way I would like to have done it is, take a trip, regardless if it's like a theme park, a state park, because I know you've seen some of my videos where I've done more than just theme parks. And wherever I go, I do whatever I make whatever content I can make out of that. Like if I go to Disney World, I'll record POVs, I'll do a vlog. I may do a top 10. I may talk about certain things, aspects about Disney or whatever. I'll have content from the result of that one trip. So that's kind of how I want to do things moving forward. And if you ever looked into my the home page and you see the playlist, I got them arranged where I have all the content based off the trips I've taken. Because for the longest, I've had a struggle with how I wanted to do this channel, starting with the name itself, because I love roller coasters, I love going to theme parks, but I also just love traveling just to wherever. I remember back in 2016, I just started going to like Naples and Fort Myers and Sarasota, just to see different parts of the world, or at least in my case, different parts of Florida. And I really enjoyed that. And it was like, damn, you know what? It would be cool if I can make a YouTube video, showcasing stuff like that as well. But I also want to show my my coaster content. So what happened after I took the Pennsylvania trip, I didn't take any other trips for the rest of the year. However, way back in 2015, I had bought a pair of pivot head Durango camera glasses, and I took like this epic road trip, like my very first epic road trip. I went to Dollywood, I went to Kings Island, and I went to Carowinds, and I recorded not all the rides, but a majority of the rides that I was able to with the glasses, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use this content and start my coaster channel. I never did. It's like time went on, and those POVs were just sitting there rotting in my glasses. So after we did the Pennsylvania trip in 2020, I didn't really have much content. So I just thought to myself, why not just showcase all of those POVs that I've taken, and spread them out, and that'll be my content for a couple of months. And I started the POVs like in October of 2020, and the way I spaced them out, it lasted me all the way to like February. I had a lot of backup footage, so that really benefited in, like, I guess you can say, the growth of my channel, and I guess the kind of style of my channel. People probably saw my channel as more POV focused, because that's pretty much mostly what I was um posting at the time. But I guess this is segueing into like the history of the, I guess, the next part of my topic, which is we're talking about how 2021 kind of happened for my channel. But I guess we're kind of segueing into that. So whatever, let's go. So all the way through October to beginning of 2021, I had content, no problem. And it wasn't until January of 2021 where I took my first trip of the year, which was a day trip to Fun Spot Kissimmee and Fun Spot Orlando. And that one day I got a surprisingly good amount of content there. Like four different vlogs, because I with the Fun Spot Orlando um footage, I decided to split it up in three, because it would have been probably like 30 minutes long if I would have put the whole day together. Although I don't know if that would have been a better thing, but I think spacing out would have been better, at least for to get to continue with the viewer's intention or whatnot. I could be wrong though. But anyway, moving on from that, I managed to also get a bunch of POVs, and I got 3 new credits from that trip. That was the Hurricane, the Galaxy Spin, and the Freedom Flyer. I mean, not the best, but the Hurricane was surprisingly good. It had some pretty crazy ejector. Um. Oh, okay. I'm just noticing my chat. What's up, Zavi man? Good job popping that content. I'm proud of your hard work. The channel name fit. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I apologize if I'm answering your chat late, but um, where was I? Oh yeah, we're talking about the Fun Spot Kissimmee trip. Got a lot of good footage there. Got a couple of credits, and then after that trip, it was just. Wait a minute, am I still live? Am I still live? Hold on. I think so. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Am I still live? Okay, I'm still live. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure. Like, this is my first time doing this, so there may be some technical difficulties. So give me just a second. Let me check some things, and we'll be right back. Okay. Okay, we're good. Everything is good. Everything is fine. I just had to make sure because I had another window, and I was making sure that the footage from I guess the YouTube was looking fine, but it just stopped. So I kind of got panicky. I'm like, oh, do I need to do something about it? So I had to take a quick look at it, but everything is fine. But fortunately, I did not forget where we left off, and it was after the Fun Spot day trip. And from I guess between after that all the way to September, I didn't take any trips. So it's like, okay, if my channel is about taking trips and getting content from that, then what can I do about that? So there was two solutions to that. I started posting coaster news, like things that sounded interesting that people may want to hear about or they may not even know. I started posting that kind of content out. And shortly after that, I started posting YouTube shorts because I discovered that and I thought to myself, okay, let me try it out. One thing I discovered is that the YouTube Shorts audience is completely different than YouTube, like people who just watch regular YouTube. It's kind of YouTube Shorts is kind of like a wannabe TikTok. So, and it's very weird because I posted a lot of shorts on my channel, and they range from I think my highest like almost 10,000 views, and then my lowest is like maybe 10. And I'm consistently tagging them the same way in each video, and it's like I guess YouTube is just the shorts is just weird like that. I don't know. It's like there's really no consistency as far as how many views you think you're gonna get. It's just like a crap shot when you do shorts. But yeah, between those months, it was pretty dry as far as the content that I wanted to do. But in order to keep my channel relevant, especially on the YouTube algorithm, I had to continue to make content. So that's what I did. And I actually and the crazy thing about it, that's around the time when FunSpot was announcing their coaster Air Force One, and I got a lot of views from those videos. I think I did like 3 videos based off of, anytime FunSpot would release something, I would post it on the channel, and I got a very good reception from that. Like a decent amount of subscribers. Actually, between around the summer, between June and August was my biggest growth ever. I went from like 200 to damn near 350 within like in a month and a half. And I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. I wasn't I wasn't expecting that quick of a growth. And to my native, to my crazy self, I thought that it was going to continue that growth. Because um one of my videos, the Kuma video, it's my highest view video I have on my channel, like over 23,000 views right now. And that video, and I got a little story about that video. When I first posted it, I thought, okay, this video was going to be very bad. It was low quality. I had it wasn't like the best quality for a POV video, so I had to figure out, okay, what can I do to make it interesting? And the interesting thing about that video was, and when I wrote it, it was going like crazy fast. Like it was, I've never wrote Kumba that crazy before, so I used that as my, I guess, my hook, and whew, it definitely caught on, like, to a lot of people, and that was my surprise. That video alone helped me grow through the majority of the summer. And then on top of posting things like the Fun Spot news, and what Intimate is doing and what other coaster manufacturers are doing, it just skyrocketed. I wouldn't say skyrocketed, but it was a significant boost as far as to my growth. So I definitely attribute not taking trips for that growth, which is crazy to say, but it really helped. And around the fall time, I thought to myself, okay, I need to do something, because there was not much culture news after that. I kind of got burned. I won't say burned out of doing shorts, but it's like, okay, I need to do something substantial. So around the fall, that's when I started doing. I went to Bill Baggs State Park in Key Biscayne. I went to the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens. And I was like, you know what? This is the other content that I want to showcase my viewers. So I was like, fuck it, let me go ahead and do it. So I took those trips, and I'm glad I did, because man, it's been a while since I went to a state park, man. It's like, I just, outside of the, it's been work, 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 work for me, and I really haven't had time just to step away from the city and just relax. So that's why I decided to do the state. My throat is trying to give me a second. Ah, whew, much better. But I was saying, I haven't really had much time to just relax and just step away from the city. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do this trip, because A is coming from me, and B, good content. This is the content for my viewers. So I did that trip, and I did the Vizcaya with my friend. Made that into like a little cinematic montage. Try to show, I guess, the skills I get as a as a editor. My creativity, so to speak. And that was fun. Posted those out, and I surprisingly got a decent amount of subscribers from that. I mean, people did like the other stuff. It wasn't my most viewed content, but at the same time, it's the stuff I like to do. And then November came, and oh man, no, I'm sorry, October came, and I did the House of Horror. So that video was significant because that was my very first time going into like a haunted, or at the very least doing a Halloween event, because I wasn't really a big fan of Halloween. Well, I'm not really a big fan of Halloween like that, to go to like House of Horrors and stuff. Wherever that Universal places, Halloween Horror Nights. I wasn't really interested in going in that, but um considering what happened in 2020, and then I needed content. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. So I took me and my friends, we went to um Halloween, or not Halloween, House of Horrors, which is located in the International Mall in Doral, Florida, and it was fun. I mean, it was the first time I ever did something like that. You know, it was very homemade. Very, I don't want to say ghetto, but it was yeah, definitely local. It was a very local attraction, but it was fun. You know, some of the scares, especially in the second house, got me really good. So it was worth my money, and got a decent amount of views and subs from there. So you know, I'm satisfied. And then November came, and that's when the Dade County Youth Fair came, which is unusual because the fair usually comes around the springtime. But because of you know what, they decided for 2021 they were going to push it into November instead of canceling it altogether. So I was very happy because A, I haven't been to the fair since 2014, and B, I was able to get a lot of content from, you know, going there. I actually went there twice. I went there for Thanksgiving. I did a couple I was going to do a vlog, but I don't know, I just didn't really have it in me to want to do one. Even though it was at Thanksgiving, it could have been like, hey, a Thanksgiving video, but I just didn't feel like doing it. I was just specifically there for POVs. So that's what I did. I mean, I don't know how many POVs. Let me check my channel right quick. How many POVs do I have of that fair? I think like 17. Let me check right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15. Still a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a video in this playlist, but minimum 15. So yeah, I got a lot of content. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to take a trip to Busch Gardens. Cause well, the thing is, I had a plan to go to Tampa for a different reason, but that plan fell through. So I thought to myself, because I had already booked the hotel or whatever, it's like, okay, why not go to Busch Gardens, and then why not just go to Universal and ride Velocicoaster because you know that's a ride that you wanted to ride at least you know before the end of the year. So that's what I did. I managed to do Busch Gardens, got a lot of content from there, did a vlog. Hopefully, saw the vlog. And I went to Universal Islands of Adventure for the first time since 2007. I haven't been there in 14 years. And it was because of Velocicoasters is what brought me back. It wasn't the Harry Potter area and it wasn't Hagrid's because I'm not really a fan of Harry Potter series like that. It needed to be something big, and Velocicoaster was that big thing that brought me back, and I'm glad that I returned because it was a fantastic coaster, a great experience. And I'm going to talk about it in my future videos. I have a vlog that I'm supposed to be working on, but I haven't started on yet. And I am going to be doing a review. That's one thing I have not done yet on this channel. I have not done a roller coaster review. So Velocicoaster will be my first roller coaster that I will do a review on. So be on the lookout for that. And again, this is segueing to my next topic, which is my future for coasters and travels. Um, yeah, after this trip is I'm going to do start doing more, adding more types of content like the reviews, like I mentioned before. And I'm also going to do, well, I have done it, but I haven't done it in a while, like a top list. And because I rode Velocicoaster, I'll more than likely do a top 20 or my top 20 coasters or whatever. Um and I guess go from there. As far as 2022, I definitely plan on going to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld to ride Iron Gwazi and Icebreaker. I have a platinum pass, so goddamn it, I'm going to use it. I am, looking forward to write those two. Um, where else I'm going to go? Oh, I have to go to Atlanta. I have to go to Atlanta. I have to either. I don't know how I'm going to do it though. I think I'm either going to go to Atlanta and then do Dollywood because remember I haven't ruled Lightning Rod yet. Oh, just a fun fact, just in case I have not rode an RMC yet. So this year will be big for me. Let's say I go to Fun Spot Atlanta. I do Six Flags Over Georgia. I do Dollywood, and I do Kentucky Kingdom because all of them have RMCs that I haven't ridden yet, and that would be cool if I would be able to do that type of trip and get like four RMCs under my belt like this like that on top of other credits. Speaking of credits, let me see. I think I'm at 97 credits, so I'm like three more credits to 100. Like I'm almost there. So I'm looking forward to putting one of the RMCs as my 100th coaster. So that'll be a good time. What else I plan on doing in 2022? Just continue. I guess continuing the same. Continuing what I'm doing. Continue make try to make as do as much trips as possible. Get the content. You know, stay relevant with what's going on in the coastal world. Post things that people may be interested in. Oh, and there's one thing I have not mentioned once yet in this video, but I also want to do more maybe like tutorials, how to's. Not sure on what yet. Maybe on how to do something at a theme park or how to do something with traveling because I did do one tutorial and that was how to plan a trip using Google My Maps. And when I first posted it, I was so sad. I was like, man, I put so much work into this video and no one was watching it. I'm like, what's going on? But it wasn't until time passed where, you know, it just I wouldn't say blew up, but it grew significantly. It's like at 3K views right now. And I'm like, yes, the hard work did pay off. People are enjoying it. And I did get a lot of subscribers from that over time. So I definitely want to give me 1 second. Uh, excuse me. I definitely want to do more helpful things that will provide um use, I guess, for the community, things that will be beneficial because a lot of people go to YouTube. It's like the second largest search engine, so it's like I kind of want to be, I kind of want to put videos there that would help people in whatever type of way. Merry Christmas, Fun Fair Call. What's good, man? How you doing? Thank you for joining me. But what I was saying. Oh Lord, I lost my track of mind. I was talking about something. I don't remember. But anyway, I have a lot I have a lot to as far as next year. I just have a lot of cool ideas that I want to implement to the channel. And I guess we just have to just see what happens from there. But I am very proud of my growth that I have accumulated from, I would say, last year to this year. Last year around this time, I was at maybe 50 or so subscribers, and as of today, I am at, where am I? How many subscribers I got? 473. I'm proud of that. I'm very, very proud of that. Yes, I could have gone much faster. I could have done more. But you know what? I'm very satisfied with where I'm at because at the same time, there are people that are growing slower than me. There are people just growing faster than me. Like everybody has their own pace. So I'm not really too much worried about that. Oh, okay. I remember what I was talking about now. I was talking about trips that I wanted to take in 2022. So outside of the Atlanta, Tennessee, Kentucky trip, I really, really, really want to go to Cedar Point. Like that's probably one of the trips that I really want to take in 2022, if possible. If I can do the Florida trip, right, Iron Gwazi and Icebreaker, assuming they still stay open in 2022, and then do Fun Spot, Six Flags, Dollywood, and Kentucky Kingdom in another trip, and possibly do maybe Cedar Point like for a weekend. I have to do Cedar Point for 2 days, at the very least 2 days, because that is a huge park. And there's a lot of things I want. There's a lot of content I want to cover because almost every other channel has, or I would say channel or enthusiasts, not even channel enthusiasts in general, have been to Cedar Point. Like I go on my Facebook groups and people just talk about this ride or that ride, and I just feel like, damn, I can't contribute to this because I've never been there. It's kind of like a rite of passage in a sense that as a culture enthusiast, you got to go to Cedar Point, at least if you live in the United States. And I've been to Cedar Point since 2012, but at least you went. I haven't rode Millennium Force. I never rode um, Magnitude Doubt 200 or any of those coasters, Maverick or whatever. And I hear a lot of good things. It's funny that that park has a lot of number ones for people. Some people love Steel Vengeance a lot. Some people love Maverick a lot. Some people still love Millennium Force a lot. So I'm looking forward. Oh, and people love Top Thrill Dragster too, and people say that's better than King of Ka. See, I've been on King of Ka, and I think that ride was extremely intense. But a lot of people say that Top Thrill is better, I guess, because it has a lap bar only. I don't know, but yeah, I definitely. I may not be able to go to Cedar Point this year, but I mean not this year, next year, but very very soon. There, hold on. Millennium Force list Magnum Ascent. Okay, I like your take. I like your take there. But what else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, there's one trip that I've been wanting to do for the longest. Like it's kind of almost a dream now because I planned this trip like way back in 2015, and now because they added a new coaster, Doctor Diabolical, I really want to do a Texas trip. Like I want to go to Texas so bad because they have a lot of good stuff in that state that I want to try out. Like I already have a trip planned out already. Like I want to start at Houston. I want to ride the Boardwalk Bullet. I want to go to Galveston Pier and ride their coasters. And then I want to go to Dallas, go to Six Flags over Texas, ride the very first, I guess, RMC Hybrid, which is the new Texas Giant. Ride Mr. Freeze because I heard a lot of good things about that ride. Um, then I want to go to Houston, Dallas. Oh Lord, my mind is drawing a blank. See, if I wasn't live, I remember. San Antonio, San Antonio. San Antonio. They got two parks. They got the SeaWorld San Antonio. Um, you know what? It's crazy. A lot of people say that Still Ill has a lot of airtime, but it doesn't look like it to me. It looks very forceless, but you know what? I'm looking forward to try that out. And then you have Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Now I hear a lot of good things about Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Like it has nice theming. It has the rock quarry. The Superman floorless coaster I hear is really good. Wonder Woman, of course, and then they got Doctor Diabolical. I think I'll wait until after they build Doctor Diabolical until I make a trip. Probably it won't be 2023 at the earliest. Hopefully. I'm praying. I just really want to go to Texas. Another trip that I want to go to is I call it the DMV trip because you have Busch Gardens Williamsburg, you have King's Dominion, and you have Six Flags America. And I've heard a lot of good things about each of the three parks. About Busch Gardens Williamsburg is so called the most beautiful park in the world. People be shitting on Busch Gardens Tampa like it's just crap, but god damn it, Busch Gardens Tampa is beautiful too. in its own way. It's based, it's loosely based off of Africa. So, I like that aesthetic. Damn it. But I do want to experience Busch Gardens Williamsburg and to see how beautiful it is, and plus, of course, ride the coasters. You know, I don't think Griffin's gonna be better than Sheikra. I'm sorry, especially after my last trip, after this recent trip. I don't think Sheikra is going to be better than Griffin. I don't care if it has a second loop because those drops on Sheikra, especially in the back row, were crazy this year. I don't know what they did with Sheikra or how they maintaining it, but Sheikra was probably running the best I've ever ridden it. Like it was good. What else? Tempesto. Oh, I rode Tigris for the very first time. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. As far as credits go, I've gotten I think 8 credits. I gotten 3 from Fun Spot. I've gotten 2 from the Youth Fair because I written on the Wild Mouse and the Bullet Train, which I'd never written before. And then I got a new credit on Tigris, which I think is very good. I enjoy Tigris. I enjoy the forces. I don't think it's a bad ride. The comfort collars wasn't really a big issue. Like people complain about it, but maybe the only issue I have about the comfort collars is the little 0 0 because there is some hang time. So I guess depending on your body type, the comfort collars could dig on your shoulders, but it didn't bother me that much. Um, I enjoy Tigris, and then my other 2 new credits was from Alice of Adventure, Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, and I'm considering a new credit, but the Hulk because they tore down the Hulk that I rode and they built up a new Hulk that I had never rode. So I consider that a new credit. Tigris is a lot of fun. I had zero. Me too. I thought it was gonna be bad. I thought it was gonna be horrible because I have a friend who lives in Virginia and he fucking hates Tempesto. So was pleasantly surprised. Same here. I was completely surprised with Tigris, man. It's a fun ride. It's smooth. I don't have an issue with it. It's just short. That's it. That's the only issue. But at least on my trip there, they were loading it as quick as possible. Outside of it raining, which is funny because my first ride was in the rain, and I do have a POV of that, and I may make it into like Tigris in the rain. Try to make it a little bit more interesting. Um, what else? Oh yeah, the 3 new credits from Islands of Adventure. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 new credits. 9 new credits this year. That's not bad considering that I didn't take the trips that I wanted. But it's not that bad. It took me to 97 credits. That means I'm 3 credits away from 100. A 5 minute queue when you wrote it. Ooh, lucky you. Lucky you. But at the same time, it wasn't that big for me either. It was I would say 10, 15 minutes. It wasn't that big of a wait. I went there on a Tuesday. So the only thing that annoyed me about the Busch Gardens trip was that month they ran month 2 with one train. But then I overheard from somebody that there was an issue with the train, so they had to put it in the maintenance shed or whatever. That was so annoying because when the park was closing, I'm like, okay, I told myself, okay, I'm going to like ride Montu multiple times. I just wanted to get that one ride in the front row so I can get footage, and then I'll ride the rest of Montu just in whatever I don't care. But because there was only one, excuse me, because there was only running one train, by the time I rode, the park got closed. So yeah, but it was whew, that was a good ride, man. That one ride I took was good. Mon Montu was hauling ass this year, man. Because my first ride when I first got to the park, it was in the back row, and when we got to the Batwing, for the first time I felt pressure in my legs. I'm like, holy shit, this thing is hauling ass. Like Montu is amazing. I will always love Montu. I can't say the same for the Hulk though. The Hulk was a piece of crap. That what happened that they built the new ride and it's rough like that. The Hulk that I rode back in 2018 was not that rough at all. I mean, wait, what I said? What year did I say? In 2007, the Hulk that I rode in 2007, it was not rough. Or at least at that time, it was rough. Maybe after that, before they tore it down, it got rough. But it was smooth for me. But then again, I was smaller. I was smaller too. It may have to do with the weight I've gained, maybe. But the Hulk was not smooth in the slightest. Outside of the launch and the zero G roll, everything else was just headbanging, headbanging, headbanging. That's all I can remember. I couldn't even enjoy the ride. And I don't really remember the ride that forceful to begin with. It just. I think B&M needs to make a lap version, a lap version restraint for their looping coasters because they're smooth maybe for the first 10 years or so, but after that, it gets rough. For instance, Hydra at Dorney Park. Oh my God, that thing was woof. I rode the front row of that ride and it was horrible. It was a head banging mess, man. It was horrible. Anyway, mustache, all the best for 2022. Thank you for staying by Fun Fair Call, man. It was a pleasure. Thank you. But yeah, Hydra was a mess, man. And I don't know if it was because I rode in the outside seat or because they was running a half load, so they was running every other row. But whew, it was not a good experience. But I am willing to try it again the next time I get to Pennsylvania. So who knows when I will visit that park again. But Pennsylvania, oh yeah, I do want to go to Pennsylvania as well, but that's like later down the line. I've been to Pennsylvania already. I can hold off a couple of years. But jumping back to what I want to do in 22, let's just see what happens as far as those trips. You know, um, let me see. What trips did I say again? I said the Florida trip, pretty much the Florida trip, Tennessee, Atlanta trip, Cedar Point trip, and DMV trip. Oh, I didn't talk about the other two parks. So I talked a lot about Busch Gardens, but I never talked about King's Dominion or Six Flags America. So as far as King's Dominion, excuse me, I heard there's a lot of as far as the history, King's Dominion was more of like a destination park, especially when Paramount took over it. And it feels like Cedar Point is kind of, I wouldn't say ignoring it, but it's not giving the same amount of love it's giving Carowinds and Kings Island, especially in Kings Island. And it's crazy because with the competition they got with Busch Gardens and Six Flags America, you would think that Cedar Fair would try to put more investment into Kingston, Maine to make it more of a destination versus Busch Gardens. But I don't know. Maybe they have something. Maybe they have something in plan for them later. Who knows? But I am looking forward to going to Kingston, Maine, mainly because I guess I-305. I really wanted to ride Volcano, but it sucks that I won't have the chance to because they tore it down, unfortunately. But they do have Timbili coming up, which is a 40 free spin, which I've never been on. I'm thinking they're going to have it ready by the opening of 2022 season. So if I ever do this DMV trip, hopefully I'll get a chance to ride it. But I guess the main two rides I'm looking forward to riding is the I-305 and the Dominator. I-305 because I have a friend who lives in Virginia, and that's his number one ride. And he knows how I am when it comes to intimate coasters because I'm not the biggest fan of Skyrush. I'm not the biggest fan of El Toro, even though I like El Toro more than Skyrush. Skyrush is just overrated. Let me get off of Skyrush because I'll talk about that ride forever. But he knows that I have like a my intensity level is not, I would say not that high, but he's interested in how I will like I-305, and I'm pretty interested in that too because I might love it more than Fury because right now Fury's my number one coaster. I love that freaking ride, man. Fury is awesome, and Dominator because I just hear it's a solid, B&M flawless. And I'm just looking forward to ride it. And I'm also looking forward to ride all the other rides they got. Oh, duh. Twisted Timbers. I completely forgot about that ride. Wow. I hear that's a really good ride. It got a lot of good airtime moments. But yeah. I guess are I can't talk. Those three are the top three coasters at Kings Dominion that I'm looking forward to riding. I guess all the other coasters that I can't remember right now. I think they no, the hurler is. I'm thinking about King. I'm thinking about Carowinds when I think about the hurler. Their hurler is Twisted Timbers now. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's talk about Six Flags America. Now, one thing that I like about Six Flags America is they got a new park president, and it looked like that he is doing good for the park, at least from what I've heard from other YouTubers and other just people in general, that Six Flags America has gotten better. I mean, it's not the best, but at least, I hear they're improving. And I mean, they got a pretty decent coaster collection. I mean, they got a hyper coaster, they got a launch coaster, they got Firebird, they got a couple of wooden coasters. I guess they're good. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing what this park is about because I remember back in the day, like in the early 2000s, I just hear that Six Flags America was just a complete mess, like a complete mess. But with the new park president and I guess just overall improving of the customer experience, I don't know. It may be the surprise of the trip if I ever take it. But yeah, that's the DMV trip, and I'm looking forward to one day doing that. But if I were to do only three trips, it would be the Florida trip, the Georgia trip, and either Cedar Point or DMV. Probably Cedar Point. Probably Cedar Point. Just because I just need to experience that place as soon as possible. But yeah, the 2022 looks very promising, and I hope that. Oh, you know what? I didn't even mention the Disney rides. I haven't been to Disney World since 1999. I haven't been to that place since 99, 2009, 2019, 21 to. That's what, 23 years since I've been there. I have never been to Hollywood Studios. I've never been to Animal Kingdom, so I never rode Expedition Everest. I've never rode Rock and Roller Coaster, and I haven't rode the Snow White train. So even in Disney World, I have credits to snatch, and they have the Tron coaster at Magic Kingdom, and they have the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster at Epcot, and yeah, I'm going to just wait until those two coasters are built. So when I do go to this world, it's gonna be a big trip because I'm gonna go. I'm gonna I'm if I'm gonna do Disney, I'm gonna do it big. Fuck that. It's gonna be a big trip, and hopefully not by myself. I'm gonna try to bring at least one other person with me with this. A group of people will be better, but yeah, this is it's gonna be an epic trip because it's Disney. And that's pretty much it as far as you know 2022. Again, I just want to keep up with doing shorts, keep up with any interesting coaster news. I just don't want to, because here's the thing. So back around the fall of this year, I actually decided to split like my coaster content and my coaster news content, and I made a separate channel called Thrill News. And I thought, okay, maybe this is what I want to do. Keep that separate and then keep the trips. I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I realized that covering coaster news on Coasters and Travels brought a lot more people to my channel than just my vlogs and my POVs. So it's like, why would I stop doing that? So I immediately just stopped that. You know, after I came to my senses, I was like, okay, I don't need two channels right now. I'm not even big enough to, with this one channel. So I brought my news back into cultures and travels. And I forgot my point. I just been rambling this whole entire time, to be honest with you, because I guess I have a lot of these things in my mind that I just never got a chance to get out. So this stream is actually a good release, just to talk, just to get everything out, even if there's really no one watching right now, because people can watch later or whatever. It's just I'm just glad to talk, and hopefully when this gets syndicated, people will watch this and understand me a little bit more. But yeah, oh yeah, I think we're talking about the rest of 2022, and I think that's pretty much it. Looks like I think I'm going to wrap up this stream because I talked about a lot of things and I accomplished what I said I was going to accomplish. I talked about myself. I talked about what the channel is about. I talked about this year in 2021, and I talked about my future in 2022. So if you happen to watch this later and you made it to this point, congratulations. Thank you for, watching me on this Christmas day. And if you're, it's crazy I haven't done a call to action since this stream, but if you're watching and you're not subscribed, please give me a subscription or even like this video. One like can go a long way, believe it or not. I think I prefer a like than a subscription, to be honest with you, because more likes, gets into more people, into more eyes, which gives me more chances of subscriptions. See, that's how that works. So, but yeah, I appreciate anyone that's still listening to this point. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And I think I'm going to call it a day because let me see what time it is. 4:07 p.m. It's Christmas and there's a lot of stops I need to make. So everyone have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year's, and I think I'm gonna do this again. This was fun. Even though I haven't it was what, maybe one or two people chatted with me. This was fun. I am definitely going to do this again. Possibly when I finally hit 500 subscribers, I can do like a Q&A. We can talk back and forth. I can, you can ask me a question. I can ask y'all a question. But I have to get the 500 subscribers first. So if you want to help me get there, you can subscribe. Do that. I appreciate that. But with that said, thank you very much. It was fun to do this. I really enjoyed doing this, and I will definitely do this again. This is Cultures and Travels. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.